Hello and welcome to the second season of Freshly Brewed podcast. Last season we talked about beans. This season we talk about brewing methods. We are here at Godaam Specialty Coffee, and with me is Sagarika, a coffee enthusiast turned coffee company owner, and Pinak, a SCA certified coffee geek. Okay, so guys, how's the coffee?
You tell me.
I'm just having
As
one first sip.
we've made the coffee from our house blend, so you tell me how's it.
So, what are we drinking?
So this is our house espresso blend, which we've used for Aeropress,
Okay.
and so it's a mix of Robusta and Arabica. Arabica is 70%, Robusta is 30%. But the Arabica is a very special Arabica. It's from a very unconventional coffee growing region, which is Koraput in Orissa, and it's 100% naturals. And the farm where it comes from, it has an amazing story to it. So the gentleman who owns the farm, he left his job about 24 years back, and he started growing coffee with the process of initially growing the trees for shade, as Indian coffee is all shade grown coffee,
Correct.
unlike Brazil or any other places. So that's how we started growing this.
That is some dedication, the amount of time that
Yeah.
would have taken
Yes,
to have
yes,
those
yes.
shade trees first.
And then growing the
Exactly,
coffee.
yeah.
So, first brewing method of the season is Aeropress.
Yes.
What is so special about Aeropress?
So, Aeropress is a mix of two different brewing methods. So, one being the espresso machine, which comes with a lot of pressure and hot water,
Correct.
and whereas there is pour overs or manual brewing. So, over there it's gravity and hot water.
Correct.
So Aeropress is a mix of both. Initially, when the gravity works, and then when you plunge, it is the pressure which is created in there. So
And the beautiful puck.
yeah, and the beautiful part.
Okay.
So Aeropress comparatively is a very new method of brewing coffee. I think if I'm not wrong, it's about 10 to 15 years old. Not new actually, because mocha pot or all these other methods which are there, or Chemex or any of those things, they are like 100 years old.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
But the Aeropress being quite recent.
quite recent.
Recent
yeah.
and I think one of the most convenient ones.
Versatile, convenient.
And like easy to just
yeah,
carry. Very travel friendly.
Travel
I would
friendly.
say.
very travel friendly. And so Aeropress has come up in such a way that there are championships all over the world.
Nice. You are holding here again.
This year is done, so maybe next year.
Again.
Again.
Maybe
yes.
we can. Maybe I'll try.
Yeah, you should. Like,
Absolutely go for it.
yeah.
You've got a year to prepare, so.
Yeah. So basically, you just need to, tweak different factors. See, because there's not much to play with. So basically, it's the temperature
Right.
of water, then the grind size, and agitation.
I think it also would be the brewing methods, right? Like, there are multiple methods to brew even in.
Yeah, Aeropress. There are two methods, mainly
Okay,
two methods.
okay.
So one's like the conventional method, how it was developed, and then there is upside down method also.
The one we tried.
The one which
tried,
we try,
yeah.
which I think is more commonly practiced method.
Reversed method.
Reverse method, yes.
Does it affect on the taste?
Yes, a little bit. So the conventional method, like how the Aeropress was designed, in which what happens is it's more like the pour over. So the brewing starts
As soon as you put in the water.
yeah.
Yes.
Whereas in the inverted method, which we do the reverse method, the brewing is on a longer basis.
Yeah, I think it gives more time for the coffee to steep in and
Yeah.
brew.
So basically,
before you-
initially when you start brewing, initially whatever comes out, like in the conventional method, it's weak,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just like how it is for pour overs.
But wasn't that the intention behind inventing Aeropress?
Absolutely, but I don't know why. Like maybe with Aeropress, people are trying to get closer to espressos. So
Which I don't
not
think.
espressos, but maybe Americanos.
Americanos, yeah, we can say.
Yes.
But I feel like because there is a paper filter involved, there's no oil on the coffee.
Yeah, there's no oil.
It's much clearer.
Yeah, so now with this, like, people who like that oil or that taste,
Yeah.
they use the metal filter also.
Oh.
So there are like right now 3, I think, options of filters available
But
for
then
Aeropress.
again, we are going to like espresso, portable espresso.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but there are other equipments which comes even more closer to a portable espressos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were talking about the different types of filters.
Yeah,
No,
so
espresso.
No,
Machine.
Aeropress
no.
filters.
Aeropress
Aeropress
filters.
filters.
Yeah, so there is paper, which is the conventional filter.
Must be a cotton one.
Yeah, there's
I think probably
there's a
muslin.
cloth.
Muslin. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cloth filter.
Cloth. I don't know whether it's muslin or any other, but yeah, cloth filter. And then there's metal filter.
Right.
So basically, cloth and metal were developed for like less wastage of paper and sustainability and everything. But each one has its benefits
And yeah,
and
demerits.
yeah.
Rika. So last time we did an episode, I know it was too long ago. It's been couple of years.
Yeah.
I couldn't find people who
Are as fun as me. Are as fun
yeah.
as me. As amazing as me.
and then who are into coffee as well. Yeah, but last time we spoke, you were on and off coffee.
Yes.
Coffee addict.
I was-
who
I
was
was-
trying to quit coffee.
I saw that and I was like,
I was in a phase in my life.
so
We were
like,
drinking
someone
tea.
who started a coffee
Yeah,
company and was
yeah.
off coffee, and why?
It
And now you're a coffee company owner.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a journey. Life is a journey. I think you have to go through all the phases to know where you want to be. And I was off coffee as a hypocrite. I was like, okay, yeah, I haven't had coffee for a week, and then I still have like coffee.
And that,
But
but it was
yeah.
on and off.
It
now.
was on and
It's
off,
a
and-
daily thing.
Yeah,
You're
now
still
it's-
trying to quit at that time.
Yeah. but
So, if you don't mind, what was the reason behind quitting coffee?
I think it was all the theories and the health reasons.
So-
And also it was just like, I think I was trying to get into a more different zone in my life where I didn't want the entire caffeine to affect. I just want to be like a little too caffeine free, and I was trying to be very,
Then like,
yes.
so like what? Then green tea?
Yeah, actually, that was what I turned to, and then I
But
was
even
like,
green tea has caffeine in it.
that's exactly.
And that was, what was it? Hibiscus tea with pomegranate pearls.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like, I think, completely
That's-
decaffeinated.
yeah.
So that's herbal
Those
tea
are-
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But now what changed to having now you have your own coffee brand,
Yeah.
coffee company, a roastery, another roastery in Pune, which is quite, I feel like for Pune I feel like the audience or the people are also changing their mind about coffee.
Yeah.
So that we need roasteries, more roasteries in Pune.
See, I think like you've been in UK for a while. You were studying there, and that's where you got the idea of developing your coffee company.
Right.
I wouldn't just call the roastery, but
Of course.
coffee company.
Yes.
So we are still far away from what it is there, but I think.
But I think we're on the path, and it's just the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. And see, it's not that we're copying the West,
Oh, no.
because like initially, like it traditionally in India, like we know that South India is a coffee drinking part of India,
Right.
whereas North is more tea.
Tea.
So in South of India, like everyone had their fixed roasters. They used to
Yes,
go for
yes.
their coffees. So it's not that we are copying something from the West, but it was there in our culture also.
Correct.
It's just that after the multinational came in and like this coffee became easy.
Coffee
With the-
became easy with instant coffee.
With instant
I mean,
coffee.
there's an entire generation of generation, like my parents' generation, I would say, for whom coffee is instant coffee. They do not. They've forgotten what real coffee is. Whereas, like I have learned to drink coffee from my grandmother, who still makes coffee from ground coffee.
Yeah. Like
Exactly.
I have seen, but my grandmom, like she passed away long back, but she used to drink coffee, and
Exactly,
that's
yeah,
how it was.
yeah.
Like I even remember the brand. It was called like MR. That
Right.
was the brand.
Right.
So those packets.
Yes, that's what she gets.
Yes.
That's what my grandmom gets even now, and she's
The black color
addicted.
packet.
Yes, she's addicted to that,
Mm.
and I think that's
So-
where I get my coffee addiction from.
So you just like make it like a tea.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah. Like you boil it in water.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like-
yeah.
But yeah, I mean that kind of has its health benefits too, because even
No,
tea for that
actually,
matter, you're
yeah,
not
so-
supposed to boil it as much as they do
Yeah,
in
yeah,
India.
absolutely. So I just reading an article. I don't know how much fact it is there in that article, but some amount of coffee or tea in I can't really say what is good or what is
Of
bad,
course, yeah.
but some amount of it has health benefits to it. Like
No, definitely. Drinking coffee and tea does have health benefits, but I think the Indian way of making coffee was boiling coffee on stove, and you're not supposed to how we make this. We
Yeah.
pour boiled water, which is fine, but boiling the coffee with water, it kind of is not good for the heart. Is again the fact that I have read about.
yeah,
for
yeah,
a long
yeah.
time.
So anything like let it be tea or coffee.
Or coffee, both,
you
yeah.
know, the traditional way in which we are doing it is not actually the right way. Like even for the teas, like we just keep on boiling.
Yeah.
So that
You
makes
should
the-
have boiled water and then
Yes.
put.
just pour it,
So, like,
steep
you
it
know,
for a
the
while
con-
and then have
it's
it.
it's about controlled brewing time.
Yes.
That's about it. So that's what we need to.
I think that's why the brewing methods matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, yeah.
So basically, in manual brewing, it's all about control.
Yes.
So control of temperature, control of time, control of grind, everything,
Right. Yes.
and that affects the taste so much.
It does. Definitely
Like
does.
all of us we've brewed our coffees in different ways.
Right.
Maybe different ways with the same equipment, and we can figure out the change.
So, being a coffee geek, how you actually got into coffee?
So for me, it's like.
Do you remember your first
This is an
black
exciting
coffee?
story.
Yeah, of course. I remember my black coffee also, but I'll tell you, like, I'll start from my childhood. So as a childhood for us, coffee was like espresso was a completely different thing than what actually espresso is. For
Right.
us, espresso was like that machine mein doodh garam karke they used to do in weddings and everything. It
Yeah.
used to be
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Yes, the machine
yeah.
coffee.
Yeah,
Ah,
so the
okay.
frothy thing,
The frothy one.
and it has to have that cocoa powder. on
Cocoa
the
powder
top.
and a little bit of nutmeg.
Yeah, like it used to so cup के ऊपर इतना foam रहता था.
Yes,
So for me,
yes.
coffee was that foam part of it because it had chocolate in it. But
Yeah.
it used to be so hot that I've burnt my tongue.
Always.
Yes.
Always.
So after that day, I was like, I am never going to have hot coffee in my life ever again. Until I started hanging out with friends at a cafe, and they used to have black coffee. I wasn't acquired to the taste as yet. So I started with little milk, little sugar, then I started reducing the milk, reducing the sugar, and like finally that day came when I could have like a proper Americano.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So from there I developed the taste for it, and then throughout my travels I discovered different kind of coffees, different drinking habits of people, like coffee drinking habits of people, and just around the same time of my travel I discovered specialty coffee in Auroville
Okay.
at Max. So after that there was no stopping. Like I started reading more about it, studying about it, and so I did some courses, starting with a course at Max, and then going to UK, London, and doing my SCA courses.
What else do you do? As in profession wise? Now you're the
So
specialty
yeah,
cafe owner.
so basically, for me, my idea is to create awareness about what a good cup of coffee is. I wouldn't say that stop bad coffee or don't have bad coffee. Okay, each to its own.
To each their own, yes.
Okay, because there are times when you do not have access to things. So it's just that I want to create an awareness, and after that people can choose that what they would like to have.
One thing I really respect about Pinak is, I think the first time that I met him, the first thing that he said is that I do not judge people based on coffee.
I know.
Which is how it's supposed to be. You are a big... you are very judgy. So you can't say you know.
I know. No, I know about Pinak.
Yes.
And even I was surprised. And then, so the coffee person that I follow on YouTube also is the same. Like
That is
to
how
its
it's
own.
exactly to his own.
Yeah.
To
And
everyone
I-
has their own taste
So I am like that in most of the things.
in life.
Camera.
Yes, I agree.
Whatever you want to
I
drive, you
agree,
drive.
yeah.
Whatever you want to wear, you wear. But coffee, I am still not that grown up, so that I can stop judging people.
Not
It's
very
just that
mature
he's-
about it yet.
No,
Yeah.
he is, but I think he's somewhere emotional about it.
Though he's wired himself
I'm
that
possessed
way.
about
yeah.
coffee also. Possessive about coffee.
Yeah.
So if
And
someone,
possessed as well.
if someone's offering me coffee, I'll charge. Like please, no, I don't want to have Nescoffee. Okay, so last week only I had very bad experience, but I know what I was getting into, but I still wanted some coffee, caffeine. It had been 2-3 days. We were at some temple and they serving the machine coffee. I asked for black coffee. Coffee came in paper cup, which I hate.
Yeah, I mean.
Which I hate. Oh my god.
So if you say you hate it in paper cup, then you don't do takeaways of coffees?
I do
No,
not
he
do
doesn't.
takeaway.
Never.
If I want to take, if I have to
Only
get
when
a
you go to Bombay
takeaway,
and stuff, you do that.
no, I have
The-
my own takeaway
Yeah,
mugs.
Yeah. But that's so nice.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
people should do that more often.
I recently got a cup from India Circus. It's a bamboo, fully biodegradable cup.
Okay.
That is also nice. Then otherwise I have the double coated thermos.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
my silicone cup. I can press it and it's like that tiny. I can carry it in my bag anywhere. Love it.
So, in UK, I don't know about other places, in UK if you take your own cup to the
Yeah,
cafe,
you get a
discount.
discount.
Hey, it's a Starbucks also.
Is it?
Ah.
We used to get. First it was 10%, then it was 10 rupees. Now I don't know. I broke my 2 ceramic Starbucks takeaway cups.
My dad stole mine. So yeah.
So in temple I asked for coffee.
Yeah.
It came in paper cup this much, only this much.
Yes.
And it was green.
Green.
Yeah.
The paper
It
cup
had
was green.
No, the coffee was green.
How come?
It was black but greenish tint to it. What you're wearing close to it.
Crazy.
I'm like,
It's green coffee.
काय का पिऊ का भी है तरी सुद्धा and then still I had a little taste and then I'm like it's just hot water with some
Oh, why was it green?
I
Yeah.
have no clue but it was green and then my mother-in-law was like how do you drink such bitter coffee and I'm like please taste this it's just water it's just hot water. So a lot of people also have that about black coffee is like how you can taste such bitterness
Yeah, but
I
then
like
see-
it.
and
See, the thing is like, people haven't had good coffee. Okay.
Yeah.
people don't have comparison to it. So if
Exactly.
I give
They
you,
have nothing to
if I
compare.
some
Exactly.
non-coffee drinker or some occasional coffee drinker, if I give this cup and I have, and the first sip he has a preset.
Yeah, it
that
gets
person
bitter,
has a
it's bitter.
preset. The coffee is bitter. The black coffee without sugar, without milk is going to be bitter. First sip they take, it's bad. It's bitter. No, give it a time.
Yeah,
Let it set
yeah,
it on
yeah.
your tongue. Just see.
So much aggression.
Thoda
This
sa-
is so pissed off.
थोड़ा सा give it little
I
time.
know. But
See,
you,
other
you are
flavors.
too emotional about
Yes,
it.
exactly.
And people
It's
just
coffee,
say,
enjoy it.
Yeah.
how do you do this bitter thing? I'm like, it's not bitter. Coffee is not bitter.
It's
Coffee
not.
Nazi.
It's hardly bitter.
Such
So,
a Nazi.
Again, when my Sumatra phase was on, that can be
So
classified as a bitter coffee.
So, I have seen your videos recently, and so Sumatra, but that's like one kind of coffee, but
yeah.
you have grown a lot
Yeah,
from there.
yeah,
Yes, now.
definitely.
No, so we had that
Well,
dark
it's
roast.
not grown, but it's matured.
It was a dark roast phase, and so again, then when I gave it time, thoda sa, then I started discovering more flavors. I learned about single origin, then the roast profiles, and then how brewing method also affects. So then now I have a flavor profile which I'm looking for everywhere I go for in a coffee.
Okay.
And then I judge that coffee also if suppose if it's all fruity, not bitter at all, then I
Don't
I
like
What is the
pass it.
flavor profile that you're looking for then?
Some fruity, some bitter notes.
Okay.
There's the way I like it is little bitterness should be there in
Absolutely.
coffee because it's a coffee.
Absolutely.
And fruity, yeah, obviously
Yeah, I
fruitiness,
think I like the
the
fruity
fruity
one.
profile, then it varies coffee to coffee, so we can think about where it came from or what roast it is or the estates or how it's brewed. That all details are in those fruity flavors,
Absolutely.
and with bitter it all just goes away. But people prefer that dark roast also. But I feel like there
I
is so
think-
much to explore,
Explore.
with when you're so much to experience when you're having non-dark roast coffees.
Yeah, I think I had that experience as in like I noticed that a lot because the different roasts that we do right now in the Aurora series is medium light, and medium dark, and people are buying so much of medium dark, and then they actually contact us asking if I have something more darker than that. Just want to go for dark, and it's just
Yeah,
more
so,
dark.
no,
and I-
Because I prefer it so with Demitasse Coffee, the medium and medium light, for me they are too fruity and there are no bitter notes that I can brew with the equipment that I have. And so then honestly I just, it's not even coffee. If I close my eyes and if I drink it and I don't taste
Sure, but-
bitterness, it's something else only. It's orange juice, it's just
Yeah,
something
but-
else.
yeah,
See, the thing
That is how I judge. Like,
no, no.
That is how
See,
I.
it's like I said, your preference.
yeah.
But there are people who prefer that also.
Yeah.
Like there are people who do not want any bitterness in their
Bitterness,
coffee. And like when it comes to caffeine part of it, the lighter ones have more caffeine.
More caffeine than the.
True that.
Yeah.
That is again so last week in last episode also we talked about the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Lighter roast, more caffeine. After that I read somewhere that it's not really, but I think it should
No,
because in
there
the
is, like-
roasting profile.
I still have to, discover or study this more. But what you say, even that is something I want to study more about. Then there's one more thing which I came across just like, couple of days back, that pour overs have more caffeine as compared to espressos.
Yeah. Yeah, because
Compared to espressos.
yeah,
Yeah.
because so that caffeine levels that I know where I getting from kitna, but from lighter roast to darker roast, does caffeine actually matter with single state? That I'm doubtful about because I read something, but then I also am not
See,
sure. I don't
single
want
estate
to-
and everything, it comes like, very, very exclusive. Like, it almost gets into speciality.
No, how we how Demitasse says. Single estate, but they have 3 brewing profiles.
Yeah.
3 roasting profiles. So I don't know if there's caffeine difference in each profile or it's the same.
Could be, because
Could
like
be.
from a lot of studies it has said this, but like there's different studies.
There
different
is, exactly.
There's
I think
different
even
studies
the-
proving
Yeah.
that it's
Proving-
the same
yeah.
also, but then I'm like, I don't want to comment on that because people get angry in
You be
comment.
cancelled.
No, in comment sections.
no, but see,
What it was our
Yes,
podcast, not
yes, it
someone
was.
Like, how can so we were defining some coffee tastes. It was little dry. Okay, the darker
Oh, yes.
roast,
Oh, yes.
dark roast coffees, they feel little dry.
okay.
How we.
Yeah,
And then
it's-
some guy went nuts in the comment. Like, how can you define coffee as dry? It's made with water. It's made. I'm like, "Arey yaar."
for see, I'll just say one thing. Everyone has their opinions. Fine. No one's perfect. Like I'm not perfect when it comes to any of these things. Everyone makes mistakes. Yeah. You should just let it be.
Yeah, I know.
And also, even
Just-
I didn't comment. So I was like, I don't want to explain how to taste dryness.
When it comes to wine, they say the
Yeah, exactly.
the same
But
thing, no?
wine
How
is
we-
wet. No, wine is wet. How can you say that?
It's fermented in water.
yeah. So like for black white wine, they always say it's dry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like unless you don't drink wine, you won't say that's why and what.
Dude,
So basically, what you said, dry, is the mouth feel.
Yeah, correct. And then it started in the comments. Someone commented the same thing. They're talking about how your mouth is,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
taste.
yeah.
But then, I'm like, you guys
You
fight.
guys carry on, carry on.
I'll read. We are back after a break with full cup of coffee. And what are we drinking now?
It's an Americano
Oh,
of
house
the
blend.
same house blend.
House blend.
Yeah, it's an exclusive blend.
Um,
So this one, it's very close to what you like.
Yeah, I feel like it's little sour.
Yeah.
Sour side.
Yeah.
Sour, bitter, and then
So it's a mix of a lot of flavors.
Yes.
yeah. This is a mixed blend.
Yeah. So I'll tell you why. So a lot of specialty people, cafes or whatever it is, they say that they should go for like 100% Arabica
Yeah.
for their house blend. But for me, it's just that I'm not catering to the specialty people, because variety of people are going to come here. So that's why I have kept some Robusta in my
Yeah,
blend, is
yeah.
because especially people in Pune,
They
they
prefer,
prefer
the
like strong
coffee.
strong
Yes,
coffee.
Yes.
So the Arabica brings in the bitterness to
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
I think it's like different, for different taste buds, you need to have that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
variety,
yeah.
definitely.
Whenever someone says strong coffee, I immediately judge, and then I ask, what do you mean by
My
strong coffee?
yes.
Because there is no such thing as strong coffee.
No, it happened with me also. What you say, exactly the same thing happened. For me, coffee was like bitter, dark, everything. Until and unless I went to Marks for a very first time as a holiday. And over there also, so I asked for a coffee over there. And someone from there, I told him, give me the strongest
Coffee you got.
I
That's
said the
exactly
same
what
thing.
the orders that we get. We're like,
Yes.
no, medium dark isn't strong enough. We want stronger coffee. We want darker coffee. And I'm just like,
No, but
So it's
yeah,
not,
but whenever
it's not,
people say,
it's not the strongness,
I know,
it's
exactly.
the bitterness people look
yeah,
for.
I guess.
Bitterness,
Yeah,
smokiness.
Yeah.
yesterday
Yeah.
only we were at one cafe, we were tasting saffron coffee. And a friend who drinks mocha but with mocha pot, sugar in it, whatever her preference is, it's okay. I don't like the way she brews the mocha pot either, but that's fine. So she had the saffron and she's like, it's little strong. And then I went, what do you mean by strong? How is it? Is it more citrusy? Is it more bitter? What is it? She's like, no, it's like or more flavorful. What do you mean by strong? There's no such thing as strong coffee, because the caffeine levels, even the world, have you heard about this death? There's one coffee with the skull on it. They sell it as the strongest coffee in the world.
Okay.
Do you know?
Yes.
Death Wish.
Death
Wish.
Wish.
Death
Okay.
Wish. So then,
But is it like beans? Is it instant? What is it?
So by their, I know it's beans only.
Acha,
By
beans
their
only.
mean, it should have more amount of caffeine.
Caffeine.
Yeah,
So then
absolutely.
we'll drink it as, because
Yeah.
I've heard rumors that people don't sleep for 3 days after drinking Death Wish. I'm like,
Yeah.
Caffeine is natural.
Yeah.
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 Caffeine is natural.
So unless it's like instant coffee or something where you can like add in like extra caffeine, I don't think it can be done.
Yeah, but the Death Wish coffee, I saw one review, it's just dark roast. The darkest roast
The dark-
possible.
yeah.
Vienna roast. Yeah.
So then, yeah, again, I went like, what do you mean by strong coffee? Don't just say strong coffee. What do you want?
What do you want in life?
Let me know your coffee preferences so I can suggest.
So we were asking Sagarika that what's her preferred brewing process.
process.
I love, like I said, I love pour overs now when they're made for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so whenever I come down to Godaam, it's just like I look at Pinak and he's like, yeah, I know, pour over, right? He already knows it. But personally, with like the schedule that I have, I think my go-to coffee brewing method at home is a home espresso. And at work, when like the caffeine, the
Rush is needed.
then I probably just head out, or like if I can't, then it's a French press, but again, not preferred.
What do you prefer?
You go first, I'll go last.
So in last 2 years, it has, and especially after Godaam, I have started liking espressos. Okay, full heads up. The second episode was shot 6 months back when I was not used to espresso or direct mocha pots. so there will be some discontinuity in this episode. But yeah, now I prefer espresso also. I like espressos. Home brewing, it depends what beans I'm using. Pour over and mocha pot I have, how much time I have, and how much coffee I want to drink. The experience, I'm saying.
Yeah.
If
no,
I want
get
to
it.
finish it quickly, then mocha pot is there.
Definitely.
If I'm working and if I have to get some work done, if I want it for chilling, then it's a pour over thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I agree. It's the same with me.
Then I like brewing both coffees at home. I have these two methods and a South Indian filter, which I don't prefer. Sorry if anyone likes South Indian filter
And gets
coffee.
offended.
No, but the thing is, the South Indian coffee should have milk in it.
Yeah.
Nothing milk.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Which I don't prefer coffee with milk. Sometimes then it's fine.
I think for me, I like South Indian filter, but I like to go to these
Authentic,
places,
see,
authentic places
places,
that have
you know,
that coffee.
so there's a debate on this. Some say that a South Indian filter coffee is not made without chicory in it.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
true that.
Because chicory also adds on some kind of
it
flavor
does.
to it.
Yes.
So that's
I
about
feel
it.
like those South Indian black coffee that I've had, South Indian, I got it from a friend pre-ground. It tastes little sour, more bitter-ish, which has to tone down with the milk.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't
I think that's
have.
probably
It
because of
doesn't have
chicory
some
then.
massive flavor.
Probably because of the chicory.
Chicory, yeah. Chicory brings in the sour flavor.
No. If coffee is not done right, even that brings in the sour
That-
flavor. If it's not brewed right, even that brings in the
Yeah,
sour
of course.
flavor.
True that.
So there are a lot of ups and downs, like a lot of parameters. If those change, then the final taste is going to change. So
If some guest come to my house and they want coffee, I ask them if you want black coffee, if you want milk coffee. If they say milk, then I make South Indian. If they want, otherwise then I have mocha pot, froth the milk
Froth the
and
milk,
give. My wife prefers it that way.
So over here, we do serve South Indian filter coffee, but it's not actually filter coffee. It's 100% Arabica, which we pull a shot. But soon I will be having a proper South Indian thing.
Filter.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it would be just beans, nothing to do with chicory.
Chicory,
We
yeah.
won't be
right,
adding
okay.
it.
You
But
Coffee beans,
there are
yeah.
people who say that a South Indian filter coffee can't be done without chicory.
But the thing is, again, those people are in South India. People in Pune don't even know what filter coffee
Yeah,
is.
Yes, yeah,
exactly. They
absolutely.
do not know
They
that there's an
only know-
apparatus
they
to
only
make
know
filter
अन्ना
coffee.
इडली में filter coffee मिलता है अच्छा वाला.
वैशाली के लेन में बैठना है.
हाँ वैशाली.
Vaishali, Rupali.
Rupali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't know what they mean by filter coffee. What filter coffee? Macha?
Yeah. So,
Tell
Turn only yourself. Right, so no, we're talking about your brewing method.
Yeah, so it has changed a lot over the years, but right now, for me, the easiest, and because I have the cafe now,
Yeah.
so it's espresso, because I love the intensity of flavors which I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
while drinking the espresso. I like the intensity now. So at home also, I prefer mocha pot, and without diluting it, like whatever the extract
Yeah,
is out of the
extract is,
mocha pot, I just have it directly, because now I like the intensity of the flavors.
True.
But if throughout the day, if I've had too much of coffee, then towards the end of the day, I have an Americano or something like that.
I
so
will
just
drink
dilute
cappuccino by
it.
the end of the day. I'm just like, let's just go slow.
No, like
So-
Pratik, even I avoid milk in my coffees.
Yeah, I mean, definitely,
Yeah.
but like, yeah,
that
I
just
need to, like,
washes away the flavors.
It does.
Flavor
But
profile.
having said that, I like pour overs as much. But for me, pour overs, I try them more with the natural coffee,
right.
because it brings out more flavors of the coffee. Because I don't know why, but I just feel like if I'm having the pour over or diluted coffee, then I want more fruity flavors to it. I
Don't.
no, it's not that I do not want the bitterness. I like the bitterness, but
But I
when
think that's the thing about pour overs, it gives you the more,
fruitiness.
yes.
Yeah.
It depends how much time you've brewed it.
No, it depends upon the coffee.
It depends on
also.
the roast
Coffee
as well.
also.
Roast
yeah.
also. So
I want to taste Indian coffees more.
no, I think we should, because India, as a coffee growing country, is in a phase where from commercial, a lot of people are getting into
Yes.
specialty
Yes.
farming, or even just better farming techniques. So we as coffee lovers or coffee community,
Yeah.
we should encourage that.
I agree.
So we've said specialty coffee so many times,
Yes.
and it's a Godaam specialty coffee.
Yeah.
What do you
Cafe.
mean by specialty coffee?
So to make it like very very simple, coffees have been given marks. Just how like in school we've been given marks.
Graded, yeah.
So graded. So anything above 80, which is out of 100, anything above 80 is considered specialty coffee. So there are parameters which are set in. So based on those parameters, the coffee is graded. And
these parameters are right from how the coffee is grown as well. to how it
no.
is roasted.
This is basically when it comes to tasting the coffee.
Right.
Yeah. But what are the factors which affect the grading of the coffee is this, that right from the growing till the time it is brewed, there are everything has to be very very precise.
When I get a coffee bean packet,
Right. Oh yeah.
how do you know it's a specialty coffee or commercial coffee?
All right. So like I said, specialty coffee is like top 10. People in the school, in the class, they are like.
Yeah, but it's
In a way, but see, if you have to read, like what you say, if you get a packet and if you have to see it's a specialty coffee or not. So usually the region where it's grown will be mentioned. The process, like the post-harvest process, would be mentioned. The roast profile would be mentioned. So these are at least the basic things which would be mentioned on the packet.
So that's okay. Then before getting coffee, I should just know if it's specialty coffee or not.
Yeah.
It should be mentioned.
Yeah, it
Yes,
should be
It
mentioned.
will be.
Yeah.
Okay. And the last question is, again, let's go back to Aeropress that we were having.
Yeah.
Why is it so famous?
Like we've said before, it's easier. Okay. A lot of people have used Aeropress at different places. So it's easy. It's fun. Like, even I have done it. Like I have brewed my coffee in a stream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did see
so-
that. Is it like a thing that you can't go wrong with Aeropress?
No, it's not like that. See,
Right.
like I said, if you follow the parameters, so me brewing that same coffee with the electric kettle with the temperature which is set and doing it there will of course change.
Yeah, but
Yeah, the same coffee
When you're
every time.
Of course.
Yeah, because I didn't heat the water there.
Yeah, you took
I
it in
take
a-
a flask.
yeah.
So of course, parameters changing will affect the taste of the coffee.
Cool. We're finished. What else? You guys want to add anything? Okay, so that brings us to the end of this episode. Please like, share, subscribe this episode. Podcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. Also, in next episode, I'm talking with Samir Belwalkar, a renowned fashion photographer from Pune and Mumbai. That's it then.
see ya.
Bye. See you guys. Thank you.
Bye.